And this will be at plus or minus odd multiples of pi by 2. So what would be the domain? It will be every real number except odd multiple of pi by 2. May it be positive or may it be negative. And the range is going to be same as cosec. It will be either greater than 1 or less than minus 1. So every real number except in this interval, that is minus 1 to 1. The rest all will be the range for the function f of x is sec x. Now let's draw the graph. You know, again, this is going to be plus 1. This is, I'll just take it a little down so that this is 1 and this is minus 1. So your graph will not come in between 1 and minus 1. Correct? Now this is at pi by 2. This is at minus pi by 2. This is obviously 0. Now what is sec of 0? Sec of 0 is 1. And in minus pi by 2 means fourth quadrant, plus pi by 2 means first quadrant. So in the both these quadrants, it will all have positive values. So your graph will come above this. Correct? What will happen between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2? Tell me. What will happen between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2? Come on. Again, there will be pi in between. Minus 1. Correct? So again, you will have graph like this going down. It will go parallel. So alternately here also it goes like this, then it will be 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 like this, and so on. Only between 1 and minus 1 there will be nothing. So these are the graphs of all the trigonometric functions. Have you all understood these graphs well? Is there any problem? Okay, you've understood it properly because I have completed all the graphs. Now I just wanted to discuss one thing. See, we had discussed one-to-one and onto function. What is one-to-one and onto function called? It is called a bijective function. The other name, see, this is all done. Now just want to discuss what is the other name for one-to-one function. One-to-one function, the other name is injective. And what is the other name for onto function? Surjective. So when it is both injective as well as surjective, that is bijective. One-to-one and onto function. And only bijective functions will have inverse. Only bijective functions will have inverse. Do you all follow that? Have we done inverse functions? No? I will just touch that part and then we can stop. I have said that all functions do not have inverse. Now, suppose if I take an example, f of x is 3x plus 5. Now, f is a function from a to b. And if f is both 1 to 1 and onto function, 1 to 1 ka matlab hai every element of A is related to only one, but a different element of set B. One cannot go to more than one. See, you cannot have 1 going to 1, minus 1 going to minus 1. This is many to 1. Ye hai 1 to 1. Like 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3. May not be the same numbers, but every number will be connected to a different number on the side, that is B. That every number in the first set will have a different image. And onto function means codomain and range are equal. Because now I had given you a node, you remember the power of x, if it is odd, 1, 3, 5, then it is 1 to 1 and onto function, then its inverse will exist. X square ka maine example diya tha. 2 also goes to 4, minus 2 also goes to 4. So it's many to 1. So iska inverse nahi hoga. Abhi iska inverse nikalne ka ek easy tarika dikhate ho, then we stop. If I take y as a function of x, then x becomes the inverse function of y. ऐसे हम लोग लिखते हैं. Means if f is 1 to 1 and onto function, then it will have inverse. Then f inverse will go from b to a. It will be a function from b to a. So x is f inverse of y if y is a function of x. If y is f of x, यहाँ हटा के आप y डालिए. So y is equal to 3x plus 5. So y minus 5 upon 3 is x. Means here my y is a subject. I convert y as x as a subject of the formula, which you have done in school level. But what is x? F inverse of y is x. So x you replace by f inverse of y is y minus 5 by 3. So what will be f inverse of x? You replace every y by x, you get x minus 5 upon 3. So that's my answer. See, because if f is a function from a to b and a is a bijective function, that is 1 to 1 and onto type, then only its inverse will exist. And its inverse ka domain hoga b and range hoga a. That is a function going from b to a. I give you an example here. If y is a function of x, then x is the inverse function of y. F of x ke badle y. This is y in terms of x, from which we get x in terms of y. But x is f inverse of y. So you replace this, and then you replace y by x, you get f inverse of x. I hope you are clear about how to find the inverse of a given function, if it exists. Correct? Everybody follows it? Okay, with this, I have completed your entire functions in all respects, and it will be very helpful even for your CET, JEE and everything. All right. Thank you very much. Now I'll meet you after a few months. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great day. All the best.